Matt Porter's here from Matt Porter Web Design. You can find him at Innovation Martlesham on Adastral Park. He is our gadget guru, and you can read his blog at thegadgetman.org.uk online. Thank you very much for coming in, and I've been trying out one of these satellites that you brought in the other day. Very nice. I feel much better.
Do you?
It's either that or the tablets, one or the other.
Or a mixture
of both.
Yeah.
But anyway, all the gadgets that Matt reviews on his website, thegadgetman.org.uk. He brought me a watch in today.
I have.
Yes.
This is
the, how do you say this?
Huawei.
Huawei?
A Huawei.
A Huawei watch.
Huawei.
It's spelled Huawei, but it's Huawei. Huawei watch.
Yeah, Huawei are a Chinese technology company. In fact, I believe they're the biggest purveyor of communications equipment in the world. Yeah, they're a very, very big company. They are based as well. We have an office about down the hallway from where I am. Mm-hmm. They're based down there, but doing different things. So this particular watch is the Huawei watch, which is a Android Wear device. So we've had some on before, but this is a higher end watch. So this is aimed at Apple Watch marketplace.
Okay.
So it's a more premium device. So you can feel it. It feels quite.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah,
quite
nice
heavy and everything.
It's well made. Yeah.
So it's basically it's a metal watch, circular design, similar to a Motorola one that we had earlier in the year.
It's not too big, not too clunky, which some of them can be, can't they?
That's right, yeah.
So it's like a normal watch, really.
Yeah, I think it's about I think it's an 1.5 inch width and height screen. It has a 400 dpi display, which is very high resolution. The idea that it actually looks like a premium watch. You can have basically you can select different faces. You hold your finger on the watch, and you can then pick a particular any of the faces, and it gives you a different one.
Oh, right, okay.
But it works as before with Android.
So you need the Android mobile phone to work alongside it.
This one will work with iPhone as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Android Wear has been opened up to work with both iPhones and Android now. So yes, you can connect it up with your iPhone, and it will work, and it'll give you notifications through it. It uses the Google Now facility, which you see on the TV all the time.
So you can talk to the watch.
Yeah, you say, "Okay, Google," and then you can ask it questions. You see it's popped up. So we could ask it for, "Okay, Google, what is the weather for today?" And then,
oh, it's come up 8 degrees.
There you are.
Okay.
And so it gives
That's pretty quick.
Yes. So it uses the mobile phone that you have. So you attach it to a phone. So it's using the data facilities of a mobile phone. It doesn't have a glass screen on it. I can't remember the material, but it's the same material that's used on Apple Watch as well. So
hard wearing.
It's hard wearing. It's not glass. I can't remember what it is. But it's a lot less prone to fingerprint smearing and things like that, and it is scratch resistant. It's got battery life of just about lasts a day. Most of them are the same. They just about struggle through for a day.
How do you charge them up then? Have they got
this one here has a magnetic. The rear is magnetic, and you have a little foot that just sits on the back, and it goes clunk and attaches magnetically on this particular one. So you see there, it's got 4 pins, which is for charging it. It's also got heart rate monitor as well built into it, so it works with all the fitness software that you can have. And basically, it automatically connects whatever software you have on your phone. It will install a compatible sort of subversion of it. So, for instance, I use one that tracks my cycling. So, if I and pedaling, and running as well. But if you, I'm just trying to find the app. This is where we try and find. Oh, there we are. Ride with GPS. Mm-hmm. So if I run that app up, I can. As I'm riding along on my bike, it will show me what my average speed is and things like that. So I can actually start a new journey using these as well. So it depends on the app how much they've integrated in. So it's kind of like an addition to a phone.
I don't see many people wearing these.
Well, that's
or any smartwatch like this.
I think smartwatches are still a sort of a new technology. There's quite a large number of them out there. I did actually put a list on my on the blog, which shows you all of the watches that are available at the moment, and the pricing and the bits and pieces. So again, I think people are still finding their feet. A lot of manufacturers are going for Android Wear because it's a pre-built system.
So this is interesting, because we've been talking about people using their mobile phone behind the wheel of a car today, and a lorry, and increasingly it's not to make phone calls, is it? Increasingly it's to surf the net, it's to look at emails, it's to look at Facebook, all of these kind of things. And we're talking about handheld mobile phones, but at some point or other these smartwatches are going to come into the equation, aren't they? If you're behind the wheel of a car?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that...
Again, technology zooming along before the law has possibly caught up with it.
Yes, there are things that you can do with software anyway, I think we've spoken to about, where you can start disabling phones, using the phones behind the wheel. I reviewed a couple of cars where it did a thing called remote SIM. Yeah. So it connected to your phone, and it basically rendered the phone inoperable because the car took over all of those functions, which makes it a lot safer. But I think distraction's the problem of any kind, isn't it? Yeah. Rather than what you might be doing, it's the fact you're just being distracted.
The thing is, you could be driving along and doing stuff on your watch instead of holding a phone. Are you going to get the same points for...
I guess you would be. The thing with the navigation, if you're using the sat-nav functionality of the phone, this will actually sit on your wrist, and it gives like arrows rather than a fully fledged map. It will show you an arrow the next turn, and it will buzz when you've got a turn in come. So actually, it's quite a good
interesting
thing. But yeah, I do understand what you mean. Yeah. They're all distractions, aren't they?
I suppose so. How much does it cost?
£299. Okay, so it's up there with Apple Watches. From Huawei.
Huawei, I love that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
More details on thegadgetman.org.uk.
That's it.
And that's Matt Porter from Matt Porter Web Design, and you can find him at Innovation Martlesham on Ad Astral Park. Do you actually have gadgets on your list for Christmas? Or have you got and tested everything you want to test?
The thing is, that is a very good point. That because I've gone out and found all of these gadgets, you think when you see a mobile phone, you think, oh, that'd be really nice to have that phone, and you might, when it comes to upgrade, you go and get one. Yeah. Whereas I've been trying out lots of phones, and you kind of think, well, same with the watch. Maybe if I hadn't had the opportunity to try these, I might have said, well, yeah, I really like an Android Wear.
So your interest in these things has been sated by testing them out.
It has. Yeah, it's been really good. So that's excellent.
Good stuff. Well, have a good Christmas.
Thank you very much.
And do watch out for hoverboards this Christmas, because the first person to mention it was Mr. Matt Porter, and everybody else seemed to follow pretty quick on your heels after mentioning those hoverboards catching fire and the like. So, all the details that Matt talks about on the thegadgetman.org.uk. Have yourself a good Christmas.
Thank you very much.